Okay, so this is going to talk quickly about how to set up some of the styling features for your web page. This is optional, but it'll make your site look a lot better. So let's say that you have your data story, you have your overview, you have your all your stuff in there. What you want to do is you're going to edit your style sheet. Now, yours is not going to look like this when you open it up. So I can show you where I got that from. So what I did is I found a site that I knew of that I liked the style for. So I used example.com, and it has this nice gray background and this box in the middle. You can see if it resizes, it kind of keeps it centered, which looks really nice. And so I did a view page source, and then I looked at the style here. So this piece there, I grabbed all of that stuff that was within the style tags, and I'm going to copy that. And then I put that into my data story, my style.css file. I'm going to save that, view it, and make sure that it's refreshed and updated. So now what will happen is if I have a page like my overview, it's already linked to your style.css, which is great. And so what we should see is some of that color stuff will come through. So when I look at this, now I have that nice gray background. I don't have that box in the middle, and the reason why I don't have that is because that box is what's called a division or a div. So what I need to do is specify in my overview that I'm going to make a division. So it's a div, and then I close it with the closing tag div, save, and view. And now I get that great box in the middle, and it looks a lot better where I have everything kind of resizing the way I'd want it to. So if you look at that, you have every time that you add a division, the way this is set up now, we have another one and then close the one above it. What I'll see is I'll have two white boxes that each have the same formatting as the one that I had before. So now I look at it, I have my two white boxes, it starts to shape itself up. Now if I want to change the color, I change that in my style sheet. There's lots of different ways, lots of different colors I can pick. If we go back and look at it, this is for the body, and everything will have this background color, and you can adjust that as much as you want. You can also adjust the font. And this is your div in terms of your padding and your margin. If you want less margin, so let's say make this like a 2, save it. I'm going to view and refresh it to make sure that it comes through. And now what I do is I should see a difference, and I don't. I should see a difference in my the margin on the sides. It could just be off with the size of our screen, but that would allow me to start to adjust those pieces. I can't get it to shift. All right. So you can do the color, you can do the divisions, and if you go to like your data page, let's say that you have your iframes, your data that looks like that. If you put that in a div, it's still linked to the same style sheet. So div, and then I would stop it after that first one, slash div, save it, view it. Oops, doesn't like that paragraph tag there. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to move the div in front of it. Save it, do it. Um, right? And if I refresh it, that one in the middle that I have in the vision is much nicer the way it looks than the ones that are larger. So that's an easy way to set that up. The other things you can do besides just the divisions is if you want to have a nice background image or add your own image, that's definitely something that will make things look better. So if we go to our data story example and go to our overview, we have this NeoCities PNG that it's loading there. Let's say that um, my data story is about concussions. I just search for an image. Okay. That's a nice picture. I like that one. I'm going to save it, save the image, and download. I don't like the file extension on that, so I'm going to see if I can get this one. Save the image. All right. Again, I don't like that one. Let's go back here and see if I can just change it. Here we go. This one. Let's save this one, and I'm just going to call this concussion, and then it's going to be a JPEG. I'm going to save it to the desktop. Save it. And when I open it up in the NeoCities, I now need to upload that. Go to my desktop, go. That file type may not work. Yep. So let's go back and see it had an error. Let's go back and see if I can find one that will actually work. Let me save it again. Concussion. Replace it, yes. Update. Rename it. JPEG. See if we can make this work. Yes. Upload it. All right, there it is. And now I should be able to, in my overview, turn that to concussion. JPEG. Save it. Do it. There it is. So again, with some images, it's going to make your site look a lot better. It'll make it look a lot cleaner, and you can clean up. Finally, if you want to really make the background kind of pop, you can change your background image. So if you just search for CSS background image, you'll see that you have in that file. All right, so in the CSS file, you can specify a background image. And so if I go here, back to my data story, and I go to my style, I'm going to drop that into the body. And I don't want paper. I'm going to make the one that I just picked, and we'll see what it looks like. Concussion. JPEG. Save it. Do it. Make sure it's refreshed. It looks like it has. And then let's see if we can get that to actually show up. There we go. So it tiled it. There's different ways you can do it. You can stretch it, you can make it work. But if you just start poking around the web, you'll see that there's lots of different ways that you can make your site start to really kind of look different and be a little bit more visually appealing than just a blank piece of paper or a blank website. All right, good luck.